If you've ever wondered what other petites are actually buying and what is working on real petite frames, this is your peek behind the curtain. I just pulled all the numbers for September, and I have to say there's a few bestsellers that shocked me, but in the best possible way. So let's break down your September favorites. We're gonna do this quick. I've got two categories. I've got Walmart items and I have everything else. You guys know I did my first Walmart video earlier in September, so I'm very curious to see what those are. We'll do the top 5 in Walmart and the top 10 in everything else. It's fun to go through these numbers to see what people are buying and enjoying, but this also helps me to plan content that you guys actually want to see. Okay, so we're starting with the non-Walmart list. We're going 10 through number 1. Number 10 on this list is the Quince Featherweight Cashmere Ribbed Henley. This is a ultra light cashmere top. It looks great tucked or untucked. It's a really good length for petites. It's not too long. It comes in a bunch of different colors and it adds that warm layer without being too bulky. So that is number 10 from Quince. Number 9 is no surprise at all. It is the Lily Silk Cashmere Cable Cardigan in crew neck. This is such a great piece. I have this in 2 different colors. Apparently you guys are loving it as much as I do. It's very soft, it's refined, it's so classic. It will stand the test of time and it is very petite friendly. It hits right at the top of the hip. This one is a little bit more of an investment, but in my opinion, well worth it. And I think you guys obviously feel the same. Number 8 is one of the biggest surprises on this list, at least for me. So number 8 was the Banana Republic Factory Mid-Rise Barrel Jean. I did not expect to see a barrel jean on this list. I have to say this one totally surprised me, especially based on how not really that well that video actually did. Not a lot of you were into that video, so I was so surprised to see this on the list, but this one was one of the more flattering jeans that I showed in that video. These are so tricky on petites, but I think that mid-rise and that slimmer barrel shape to it was what drew you guys in, and I totally agree with it. So these work great on petites. Very good option if you want a barrel jean. And by the way, let me know down below if you were one of the ones who picked these up. Number 7 is the Quince Mongolian Cashmere t-shirt. These are so great for a lightweight top to wear in these in-between seasons. It's warm when you need it to be, and then it also keeps you cool. If the temperatures rise, you can layer over it. Really good. It looks expensive and it layers all of the things. Not surprised that this is at number 7. Number 6 is another one from Quince. This is their Ultra Stretch Ponte Kick Flare pants. These are cropped, but as you guys know, they fit petites like full length. These are one of my most worn staples. They are structured, but feel like sweatpants pretty much. They are so comfortable. The proportions are key for petites. And if you saw my Petite Essentials update video, you will know that I added another option to this category, not from Quince. It's another one. You'll have to go back and watch that video. I'll link it down below. But not surprised that this made the list at number 6. Number 5 is a real core essential, and especially as we're moving into the fall months, I'm not surprised. It is from Quince again, and it is their Mongolian Cashmere crew neck sweater. This is such a good staple. I own them in so many different colors. You cannot beat the price for this cashmere. It's a repeat through the fall and winter months for me, for sure, and it's not oversized. It's a true well-fitting crew neck, and it works really well for petites and layering and all of the things. Number 4 is Banana Republic, the vegan leather mini slouchy tote. I shared this one in a chocolate brown and also a burgundy. You guys love this one. It's slouchy, but it's not too slouchy. It's also not super oversized. It's soft. It keeps its shape. There's nothing not to love about this tote, and it has been on sale. I don't know for how long. It probably still is. So that is number 4. All right, number 3, this is another Quince item. You're gonna be really surprised at the top 2 because neither are Quince items. So number 3 is the Quince Bella Stretch Relaxed Straight Jeans. I've shared these a million different times. These work so well for petites. They come in a 26-inch inseam. So for me at 5 feet tall and 25-inch inseam, these work fantastic to wear with flats or with a heel. They are relaxed, but they look very polished and neat. So they can be dressed up or down. They can be worn with loafers or sneakers or a heel. They're just really versatile, and I love the petite friendly inseam on this one, and so do you guys. All right, we are down to the top two, and number two, big surprise for me. This was the Talisman and Bead Double Charm Necklace from Etsy. I am wearing it now. You guys apparently loved it. I bought these on a whim, and funny enough, I saw them on another YouTube creator. Actually, she's a lawyer, and she covers the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni drama, and if you guys have watched my channel before, you know I'm completely obsessed with that drama. So she is an attorney who kind of gives a very unbiased review of all of the legal things. So she actually had these in her store. I loved her jewelry and her necklaces, and apparently you guys love them too. So that is number two, a great surprise. And number one on this list, and this one goes all the way back to spring when I shared this for the very first time, and it is the Talbot's Petite Twill jacket in this army green color. It's such a great jacket. I mentioned then, and I'll say it again, they had it out for spring, but this feels more fall to me. So I'm excited to get this one back out and style it in different ways. And you guys loved it, and I think it's been on sale for quite a long time now, so I think that's why, which is smart on you guys to wait till it goes on sale. So a lot of you picked that up, making this the number one spot in everything non-Walmart. All right, a quick coffee break question before we go into the top 5 of Walmart. And the question is, thinking back to middle school, high school days, what was the store in the mall that you had to go to? For me, there's a couple of them. Right off the top of my head, I think of the Gap, I think of United Colors of Benetton, and I think of Limited or the Express. Tell me down in the comments, the Gap I remember in my head, and I could be wrong, that's why I need you guys to let me know. When I first remember going to the Gap, I thought they used to be all sweatpants. I remember seeing these stacks and these shelves of, you know, every different color sweatpants you could find, but I feel like back when they first started, it was all sweatpants. Let me know down in the comments if you remember that too, or maybe, you know, I'm just misremembering. And then United Colors of Benetton, that was always a store that my mom said, no way, it costs too much and I'm not buying you anything from there, but I always wanted it because everybody else had it. And Limited and the Express. Always had to go there. Most of those are still around today. I don't know if Benetton's still around, but anyway, let me know what your store was that you always went to, what you remember is kind of like iconic, and let me know if the Gap used to only carry sweatpants. All right, let's move on to Walmart. Like you guys know, I did my very first Walmart video earlier in September. That was a lot of fun. You guys actually really enjoyed it. And side note, I have another Walmart video coming up in October. I also have a Quince video coming up in October, so lots of good stuff. If you're not subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe for all petite friendly items from those stores and everywhere else. All right, so number 5 on Walmart. This was the Time and True belted trench coat in this green color. This one looks more expensive than it is, and the length on it is really great for petites. I'm not surprised that this one is on the list. It's such a beautiful color, so that is number 5. Number 4, also not a surprise to me, is the No Boundaries leopard slingback kitten heels. These are such a great little kitten heel shoe, and especially if you don't want to invest heavily into that leopard trend, this is a great way to do it. These heels are fantastic. I find them to be very comfortable. Let me know, all of you who purchased them, do you think they're as comfortable as I do? I really like these. Definitely a surprise hit from Walmart. All right, number 3 on the list is the Crisuno women's red trench coat. It is such a beautiful color. It fits so well. It has that removable hood. It's very adjustable. It is such a good one. I was so happy with this one, and apparently you guys love this too. It's such a great, fun, bold pop of color. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Number 2 on this list, I knew these would do well because petites have a knack for finding cropped pants and making them work full length. It is the Scoop Scuba knit cropped pants. These are great. These feel like butter. They give Spanx a run for their money. They come in different colors. They do tend to go in and out of stock depending on the color that you're looking for, but this feels like a Ponte pant with a little bit dressier of a vibe. It has that seam that goes down the front. These are great for petites. They're full length on me. If you're taller than me or have a longer inseam, they might be a little more cropped. Definitely well worth the investment there. And number one on this list for Walmart, not surprised at this one either, it was the Time and True corduroy skirt in that beautiful color. They're calling it warm coffee. This is such a good find for petites. It hits at a great length. It's comfortable. It is affordable, and it's such a great color for fall. It can be worn with boots. It can be worn with those leopard print slingback heels. Lots of different options, and such a great find from Walmart. And you guys made it number one. You apparently love this one as much as I did. So looking at all of these bestsellers, there's a clear theme here, at least in my mind. We want comfort, we want polish, we want things that fit right out of the box. We don't want to have to fuss with hemming or fixing or, you know, all the little tweaks that we have to do to find things fit. So I hear you loud and clear. These are pieces that really fit in and work with everything else you already have. You don't need a huge wardrobe. You just need pieces that fit well. So I think that's a clear theme in September's bestsellers. Everything will be linked in all of the usual places down below in the description box, pinned to the first comment, and anywhere there's YouTube shopping links available, of course they will be there as well, trying to make it easy for you guys. And if you missed my most recent Petite Essentials update for fall, I'm going to link that here, and also the Walmart video that I did in September. I'll link them both so you can go and take a look at those if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to answer the question about the stores in the mall. What is iconic to you? And I hope you guys have a great week. I always appreciate you being here. Hope to see you in the next one, and until then, have a great one, everybody. Bye.